Hi everyone, welcome into my new episode of Peter's English podcast. I haven't done anything for 1 week because I couldn't. I don't need to be shy because no one is watching or listening me. Who cares? Okay, we can start. In this episode, I want to read you my new last fairy tale about Viera the vampire girl. And we can start. Viera, crimson jealousy, the vampire bar that went too far. Viera Orsak's diary. Ah, look at this fresh meat. Welcome to our bar. My name is Evelyn. I'm the owner. I can already see it. You'll attract female customers. You'll be a waiter. What's your name, handsome? Evelyn, the owner of a nightclub in London, asked Peter during a job interview. She clearly liked him. She looked at him seductively and winked. My name is Peter. My hobby is studying English. I came here with my girlfriend to study English. Thank you for the compliment. Peter replied shyly. What? You have a girlfriend? You don't look like it. You're full of surprises. That's not a problem, of course. You're hired. Bring your girlfriend too. She can clean the toilets. We have an open position for a cleaner. A perfect job for your girlfriend. Evelyn said with a laugh. Peter started his new job as a waiter in a small nightclub in London. It was a very unpleasant place, full of single female vampires looking for their victims. But Peter didn't know that. Fresh meat has arrived. What's your name, handsome? We've been working here as waitresses for a long time. Peter's new female colleagues asked with laughter. They were very beautiful young vampire girls. They liked them, man. This is your new colleague, Peter. Don't scare him off. This is once taken, girls. Hands off, laughed Evelyn, the owner of the nightclub Vampire Girls in Action. Peter, red as a tomato, preferred to say nothing. Over time, Peter discovered that he was surrounded by female vampires who were fake friendly only because they liked him. The worst of them all was the bar owner, Evelyn. Tonight we've got a bachelorette party. The girls came to have fun and enjoy themselves. You'll be serving. Go, Evelyn said, flashing Peter a seductive smile. Evelyn glided across the velvet floor of the nightclub like she owned every shadow in it because she did. With a wicked grin, she leaned in close to Peter, lowering her voice so only he could hear. Look at you, fresh-faced and blushing. She poured brushing a speck of imaginary dust from his shoulder with a smile that could melt silver. Then, with dramatic flair, she snapped her fingers at his collar like adjusting a prize accessory. We'll have to make sure you survive the first night. My girls do enjoy a handsome new fighter, she added with a wink. Peter gulped. Somewhere between the flickering chandeliers and the seductive glances, Peter realized he didn't feel like he was at an ordinary workplace, but inside a dark nightclub full of secrets, flirtation, and invisible mirrors. Peter realized he had ended up in a female vampire nightclub where the vampires used men for hard labor while they themselves enjoyed life, drinking, flirting with male workers, and giving orders. Peter had to do all the dirty work alone. His co-workers laughed because his back, made fun of him, and joked about taboo topics. To his face, they acted like friends, flirted with him, but in truth, they didn't help him at all and didn't care about him. If he wasn't paid his wages, the excuse was that there was no money, but in reality, Evelyn was spending it on luxury clothes. Peter didn't like the situation at all. He came home from work exhausted and sad. Viera couldn't bear to watch him suffer anymore. Sweetheart, since you started working, I feel like I've lost you. What's going on? Has someone hurt you? Peter was too ashamed to say anything. He didn't want to admit to Viera that as a man, he couldn't handle a gang of vampire women. But Viera found out everything on her own. She got a job at the club in discuss, I don't know people, as an ugly cleaning lady. She had to do the worst job imaginable. She experienced the same coldness and hatred from the vampires, who only befriended guys they found attractive. Poor Peter had been their victim all along. Viera had had enough of the humiliation and inhuman work. She decided to act. She contacted the labor inspectorate, which stormed into the bar when no one expected it. At that moment, without any disguise, I don't know, she walked straight up to the bar owner and relieved herself. I know exactly what's going on here. My boyfriend and I are quitting. We'll find a better job, Viera declared, fully in attack mode. Well, Evelyn sneered. Peter sent his girlfriend to face me because he's too ashamed to show up himself. I wanted him all to myself. What kind of man is that? Viera didn't need to hear another word. She was done with Evelyn's face and was just about to destroy her dangerous rival when Peter burst in. Viera, don't let her provoke you. I love only you, he said, and gave Viera a passionate French kiss. Then they left the club together. The labor inspectors discovered that Evelyn had been stealing wages from her employees and splitting the money with her friends. She was forced to return everything and the club was permanently shut down. The end. What do you think, people? I like it. The story is inspired by myself. You can write me, follow me and write me your opinion, but please be polite. And in the end, I want to tell you that I want to create my Peter's English podcast community where we can practice our speaking skills in English together, have fun together, play board games, and be friends. But I think that I want to, but we can be real friends. What else? It's the end of the episode. We will wait until 8 minutes because I want to streaming for 8 minutes and we can end this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening and bye bye.